Look whether he's not turned his color and has tears in his eyes. Pray you no more.
'Tis very well. I'll have you speak out the rest soon. Good my lord. Will you see the players well bestowed? Do you hear? Let them be well used, for they are the abstract and brief chronicle of the time. After your death, you were better of a bad epitaph than their ill report while you lived.
My lord, I will use them according to their desert.
God's bond, kinsman, much better. Use every man after his desert who should skip with you. Use them after your own honor and dignity. The less they deserve, the more merit is in your bounty. Take them in.
Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll hear a play tomorrow. I'll give you his name. Could you play the murder of Gonzago?
Aye, my lord.
We'll have tomorrow night. You could, for any steady speech of some 12 or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert into, could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that lord and look you mock him not. Lead me to my friends. You're welcome to Elsinore.
Good, my lord.
Aye, so. God bye to you. Now I'm alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit, that under working all these visage wan tears in his eyes, distraction in his aspect, a broken voice, and his whole function suiting with forms to his conceit, and all for nothing. For Hecuba. What's Hecuba to him? Or he to Hecuba that he should weep for her? What would he do, any the motive and the cue for passion that I have? He would drown the stage with tears, and cleave the general ear with horrid speech, make mad the guilty, and appall the free, confound the ignorant, and amaze indeed the very faculties of eyes and ears. Yet I, a dull and muddy meadow rascal, peak like John of Dreams, unpregnant of my cause, and can say nothing but not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward who calls me villain, breaks my pale cross, plucks off my beard and blows in my face, twigs me by the nose, gives me the lie, the throat, the steepest of the lungs, who does me this harm? Suppose I should take it, for it cannot be but I am pigeon-livered and lack gall to make oppression bitter. Or ere this, I should have fatted all the regent kites with the slave's offal. Bloody, bawdy villain, remorseless, lecherous, treacherous, kindless villain! Ah, vengeance! Why? What an ass am I! This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father, murdered. prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must like a whore unpack my heart with words and fall a-cursing like a drab, a very scolding, fine upon foot. About my brains, I've heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have by the very cutting of the scene been struck sore the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. For murder that hath no tongue will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. I'll tempt him to the quick. If he will blench, I know my course. This spirit that I have seen may be the devil, and the devil hath power to assume a pleasing shape, yea, perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuses me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The play's the thing wherein I'll catch the conscience. Of the king.
And can you, by no drift of conference, get from him why he puts on this confusion, breaking so harshly all his days of quiet, with dangerous and turbulent lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but by which cause he will by no means speak. Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but the crafty madness keeps aloof when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Well, did he receive you well?
He was like a gentleman, but with much forcing of his disposition. Niggard of question, but of our demands most free in his reply.
Did he assay you to some pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we all wrought on our way, and
Of these players we all wrought on the way. Of these we told him, and there did seem to be a kind of joy in him to hear it. They are about in the court, and as I think, they have already ordered this knight to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart. And it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose on to these delights.
we shall, my lord.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may here affront Ophelia.
I shall obey you. And for your part, Ophelia, I do wish your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your beauties will bring him to his wonted way again. To both your honors.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, since you're here, gracious so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. I hear you coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more. The And by sleep to say we end the heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is there too. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die. To sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. It is the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare body? Who would these fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, who makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sickly o'ered with pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pitch and moment with disregard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Softly now. The fear, Ophelia. Nymph. May our sins be all my sins remembered.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many day?
I humbly thank you. Well. Well. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have long and longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. And with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. Their perfume lost, take these again, for to the noble mind rich gifts wax poor when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly. But the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd, than the force of honesty can translate beauty into its likeness. This was some time a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you. Once.
Indeed, my lord. You made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. For virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock that we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Or wouldst thou be a brute of sex? I am myself indifferent, honest, yet I can accuse me of such things who are better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my back than I have thoughts to put them in. Imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We're errant knaves all, we need none of us. Go right ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord?
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heaven!
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this blade for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. To a nunnery go. For if thou wilt needs marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly to farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him!
I have heard of your paintings well enough. God hath given you one face, and you make yourselves another. You jail and animal, you list, you nickname God's creatures, and in your wantonness, your ignorance. Go to it. I'll have no more art. It hath made me mad. I say, there should be no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery go.